It is 12:30 on Saturday.
New time.
New time. Yeah, we changed times because we're not in J-term anymore. You know what I mean?
But why? What's important about 12:30?
Yeah, what's it? Oh, it's time for 2 tickets, please. Sorry.
Yay, it's time.
Yay, it's time. Yeah, sorry, I was a little distracted there for a second. Yeah, it's time for 2 tickets, please. We were gone last week.
My bad.
Jackson.
I got COVID, I'm pretty sure.
Jackson, yeah, we think he had COVID.
I was sick from Wednesday night to Monday.
Yeah, so
sorry we missed the episode.
But we're glad he's doing better now.
Yes.
Yeah, so poor guy was really sick. But yeah, we're excited for this next episode of 2 Tickets, Please.
I'm so excited.
Which we hopefully should have all leveled out without any peaking or any moments too quiet.
We are bad at audio.
Oh,
we're gonna do. Just peaked right there probably.
We might not be. It's all right.
We're working on it.
We're still figuring it out. Adjusting levels throughout. Yeah. So today I think we have a pretty fantastic episode.
You could say that.
So yeah, we're gonna talk about. Let's just jump right into recent movies we've seen recently.
Yes.
Huh? Yeah. Which one do we want to talk about first?
So there's been no movies in theaters that we've seen recently.
Yeah.
So we're kind of just gonna talk about some movies that we saw together.
Yeah, these came out, however many years ago now. I don't remember the exact release dates on these 3, but
a while ago.
We watched them. They're good watches. Actually, I really liked all 3 of them. But we'll talk about them more in depth.
Yeah, what was the first one we watched together?
That was Quentin Tarantino's The Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
What
are your thoughts?
So far, I haven't seen all of Tarantino's, but that's my favorite so far.
Mm-hmm.
The story throughout keeps you guessing. And I mentioned this when the first chapter card came into view. I said, I really like movies that are broken into chapters.
Mm.
This one was also true to that.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. It put my jaw on the floor more than once.
Yeah.
And the Channing Tatum reveal was crazy.
Yeah. He was just hiding under the floor the entire movie.
Basically, spoilers if you haven't seen it. He's
it came out a while ago, so.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to recommend this movie.
I don't.
Because it's really good, but it's also it's a Tarantino, if you know.
It's a Tarantino.
There's some weird moments.
I don't think I can, genuinely recommend this to anyone who's not interested in, film, you know?
It's just good.
It's a good movie, but I don't think I can recommend it.
There's some weird stuff in it.
There is some really interesting stuff.
But 90% of the movie is just straight fire.
It is. It is.
I'm a big fan of Westerns in general.
Me too.
And this is also kind of a different Western. It's not a bang, bang, shoot, I'm the sheriff kind of Western. It's
it reads more like a stage play. Or
it's almost a one location type of movie.
Yeah, just
they're on a stagecoach for the first 30 or so minutes, and then they're at this haberdashery, which is an inn type thing for the entire rest of the movie.
Yeah.
And I think it so works. All the characters are really cool. Obviously, Samuel L. Jackson is great. What's his name? Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell's is really good as well.
Absolutely.
I really like Walton Goggins in this movie. He's one of my favorite characters.
He's great.
And all the rest of the cast as well. It's it just works. All the characters are interesting. It's shocking every moment.
Yeah.
Everything that happens, I did not expect.
No, not at all.
And I'm satisfied with how it ended.
I am too.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fire Western.
It's great. And it's not the type of movie that you'd expect Channing Tatum to be in, actually.
Yeah, well, you don't expect him to be in it the whole movie.
Well, yeah, and then he just shows up. But still, it's not the style of film that I would expect for Channing Tatum, because it's definitely more serious.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Compared to his normal roles.
Yeah, so that was cool to see.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Fire movie. I I think it's like my second favorite Tarantino, but it's close. It's really good.
It's definitely my favorite Tarantino.
Awesome. What was the second movie we watched?
That was Edge of Tomorrow.
All right.
With Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt.
Yes.
Interesting
movie. Yeah. I think both of these ones, when we watched it, I had seen it and you hadn't.
Yep.
I mean, this movie's really cool. I think it was fun that you didn't know anything about it and I didn't tell you anything about it and we didn't watch the trailer because you didn't know that it was like a time loop movie at all, which is definitely in the trailer and like the poster and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, he like dies for the first time and you were like, wait, what? What? And it just comes back and you're like, it's a time loop movie. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I knew like you said, I knew nothing about the movie.
Yeah,
I absolutely nothing. I knew it was called Edge of Tomorrow, and I knew it was a sci-fi of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't let me watch the trailer. You didn't let me look at the Letterboxd page, and so when he died the first time, I thought it took me for 3 seconds. I thought it was a dream, and then the general dude or sergeant or whatever started saying the same stuff, and I was like, "Oh crap, it's a time loop."
Yeah.
Like, wow, it was really good. That was a crazy reveal.
Yeah.
And then it was a good movie. And then I asked you, oh, so they're fighting aliens, right? And you wouldn't tell me. So you're like, what, aliens?
I do that to everybody. Every time someone's seen when I've seen something, someone has something, and they ask a question, I'm like, I don't know. I try so hard to not tell them anything. But yeah, I was like, aliens? Why would they be fighting aliens? And they showed to the first fight, and it's obviously aliens. It's
yeah. Yeah, so I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, time of the movies are just cool. And it was a cool plot, and I think it worked.
Yeah, it's executed well.
I mean, it's basically just him and Emily Blunt, the whole movie, but they both really work. I mean,
actually,
Tom Cruise is
I love the
reversal
of roles, too. Because Tom Cruise is, not good at what he's supposed to be doing in a movie.
First movie ever.
For the first movie ever. And, he
usually,
gets better at it, and it makes for a really good
he's usually
character.
just, awesome in every movie.
Yeah.
In this movie, at the start, he's, really not cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and then he just turns super cool because he's done it a billion times.
Yeah.
But yeah, really cool. They have to find out how to stop this aliens and everything.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Fire movie. It was
great
good.
Movie. Enjoyed it.
I like The Hateful Eight more. If we're gonna
rank
our random movies we watched.
If we're gonna rank these 3 random movies, I would put this one at the bottom, which is crazy.
Yeah, because it's still really good.
Because it's insanely good.
Yeah, we picked good movies to watch.
Yeah, the third movie that we watched is my favorite though of the 3.
Oh, really?
It is. I actually really. I think Sicario pierced my top 10.
Well, there we go. Sicario is the other movie we watched. I really liked it. I liked The Hateful Eight more, but
I thought Sicario was phenomenal.
Give us a rundown.
I think it's Denis Villeneuve's best film. So he did The Dunes. He's done Arrival. What else has he done? He's done Sicario.
I don't know. He shouldn't do anything more. Just kidding.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding. This movie's good.
Sicario's great.
I just don't like Dune.
Oh, he just doesn't like Dune. So is Arrival's a good movie. Arrival's a really good movie too.
I haven't seen it actually. I need to watch that.
Yeah, you should. We should watch that. I think the story's great, and something that a lot of people get wrong when they're watching this is Kate is not the protagonist of the film.
Yeah.
You see the story through Kate's eyes, but the protagonist of the film is Alejandro.
Mm.
And I watched a whole video breakdown on this.
Okay.
But it's Alejandro and his revenge-fueled story that is the actual story.
Yeah, it's the actual
But
main plot.
the reason why it grabs hold of you and it's so good is because it's told through Kate's eyes and she's kept in the dark.
Yeah, she
most
doesn't
of the
know
film,
anything.
which is why the audience is kept in the dark. And then that makes the climactic event so much crazier. And it's really good.
Yeah,
I think it's fantastic.
I was a big fan. Which was, I don't know how to say this, but it's the tone, and we watched the trailer, and we had already kind of decided we were going to watch it, but we watched the trailer and stuff, and I was like, I just don't like these kind of settings, which I don't know, in like Mexico and everything, and like that kind of story. It's like all the rundown stuff. I don't know. Sometimes I was like, it doesn't look that interesting, but I mean, it's really good, obviously. Yeah. It's a very interesting story, like the different locations and stuff. But yeah, the characters are just really good. I mean, Emily Blunt's character is kind of annoying.
Yeah. I have a note on this too.
Yeah, that's like, I think I wrote that down in my Red Letterboxd review. It's like, besides Emily Blunt's character being like high key annoying, this movie was great. But I mean, Josh Brolin's really cool.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite character in the film.
He's really cool.
Matt is my favorite character.
And then
Emily Blunt's character is Kate, and she's annoying, and that's kind of intentional, because she represents like those who don't understand the drug war, or kind of what goes into it. Yeah. That's why she's annoying. So that's intentional, and then also Matt is super cool because he's Josh Brolin.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a cool guy.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, so that's Sicario.
Yeah, kind of a shocking end, too. Benicio
absolutely.
del Toro's character, like, finally got, like, where he was going to get revenge, and then he, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was cool. It was a good ending.
Done well. Villeneuve's best, I think.
It was fire. So, yeah, that's 3 random movies we watched recently.
3 random movies we've seen recently. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Well, I guess that could be a brand new segment, technically.
How is that a brand new segment?
Because they haven't come out. None of those were out in theaters.
Recent movies we've seen recently that we just randomly watched.
Exactly. Because nothing's in theaters. But tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, my, tomorrow night.
We are seeing Captain America Brave New World. And we'll be talking about it next week. So that's very exciting.
That's going to be awesome. Biggest movie that's come out this year, at least. That'll be great.
Yeah, maybe this year.
What came out?
I'm more excited for Fantastic Four.
No, like so far.
Oh yeah, so far. I mean, come on, Den of Thieves 2?
No.
The first one was way better. We talked about that, but
yeah, I'm really excited.
Me too.
I saw that the reviews like weren't that good.
I saw it got like somewhere on Instagram. I saw 3.5 stars. Not on Letterboxd, but on a.
I don't really care. We've talked about how Rotten Tomatoes like stink.
Yeah, that's so true. They're not always accurate.
But like it's pretty low, which is like worrying. But I also don't care.
Yeah, I think I'm still optimistic as of now.
No, for sure. I'm excited to go see it. And yeah, we'll talk about it.
I'm still probably less excited than Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, and Superman.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is like the 4th most anticipated superhero movie this year for me,
which is crazy.
Because I'm still really excited for it. That's
absolutely.
Crazy.
So yeah, we're gonna talk about that next week. That's gonna be fun. Next, I think we have something that we like to call a fantastic segment,
which is a brand new segment.
Which is also a brand new segment,
yes.
And this segment will come back probably one more time.
Probably
in the history of 2 Tickets, Please. This is a 2-time segment.
Maybe,
it'll come back this summer, in July.
Yeah.
It'll come back this summer in late July after we watch the Fantastic Four First Steps.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about the trailer.
This is a fantastic segment.
It is a fantastic segment, and it looks like a fantastic movie.
It does. Yeah, trailer dropped for Fantastic Four. Yep. It's not that long. It's like 1:30.
Yeah.
But it's pretty great.
It looks pretty great.
I'm really excited. I'm loving the like 60s futuristic tone.
Absolutely. The buildings and the cars. They're all so cool.
It looks awesome. I would so want to live there.
It looks awesome. Yeah. The Thing?
Yeah.
Doesn't he look great?
The Thing looks great. We get a Thing reveal pretty fast.
Yeah.
He looks so good.
He looks amazing. I don't understand why people
I've seen some people say they don't like it and grow eyes.
Yeah.
I think it's
if you don't like how the Thing looks, you're wrong.
Yeah,
that's just the fact of the matter.
I mean, it looks really good.
He looks fantastic.
And the voice goes
Say that
well.
Again?
It's
I unintentionally said that.
Say that again?
Say that again.
But I like how they made his voice like there's basically like no effect on it. It's just I forget the actor's name. But it's just his voice with the Thing, and I think it so works.
Oh yeah.
And I mean the Thing just looks great. I like his outfit too. I like his costume.
Oh yeah.
They've tried different variations in the early like 2005 Fantastic Four. He wears pants and no shirt. In the most recent trashed awful Fantastic Four, he just wears nothing.
Yeah.
And then and then in this one he has like a full like outfit on, and it looks awesome. It does for everybody. The suits look great.
Absolutely.
I like the tone. It's very 60s and everything.
Yeah, I think it looks great. Pedro Pascal. We all know how much I like him.
I mean, Pedro Pascal's great. It's still an interesting casting, but I like it. Yeah. After the trailer, I'm liking it more.
I'm more convinced after the trailer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see he's the only person that we didn't see powers of.
Yeah, I think it's got to be intentional.
I mean, yeah, it's intentional.
Yeah,
because I'm interested to see, because like it's been weird. It's weird to make stretchy powers.
It is weird.
So like I trust that they'll do it well. But yeah, we didn't see any of him using his powers, and it'll be cool to see because he's got to stretch. That's like his main thing besides being smart.
Yeah, the best casting has got to be Vanessa Kirby.
I think so.
As
her the thing.
Yeah.
But she looks great. She had like a little monologue in there. It sounded good.
Yeah.
We saw some of her powers. Looks cool. I mean, that's pretty easy to do.
I think so.
But yeah, the one I like all the casting. I like it a lot. The only one I'm still not like 100% about is Jonas Storm's casting, the Human Torch.
Right.
We just didn't see much of him. I mean, he talked like one time. He said hi in the trailer.
He did. He did say hi.
He said hi. But I mean, he looks good. It's interesting to see because even though the early like 2005 Fantastic Four like wasn't that good, Chris Evans as Human Torch was really good.
Yeah, he was.
And it's like I just want Joseph Quinn. He's got to embody the like super cocky, like kind of annoying Human Torch while also being like pretty cool. Yeah, like really cool.
Absolutely.
So I hope he does that. I hope he pulls it off. I'm not a big fan of his haircut.
Yeah.
In the trailer?
It's interesting.
It's just kind of like if you did nothing to your hair and just let it sit there. I don't know. It's just like short and doesn't look great.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I mean, who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
It's
going to be really good.
Yeah, I like how his powers looked. We saw some of him flying around. Looks pretty cool.
Absolutely. Awesome. I'm interested to see how they're going to fit it into the MCU timeline because we know that they're in Doomsday, the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, because
we know they are.
Because it's going to be this world's Doom.
Yeah.
It's going to be RDJ, which
somehow Doom is
interesting.
He's going to doom this world.
Say that again.
Say that again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming because the main villain. Oh, but we get a shot of our main villain.
Oh man, yes we do.
Galactus.
Woo! Sorry, I think he looks really good.
I think it looks really good. That sounded like sarcastic.
No, I know.
I think it looks great. I mean, we just see the back of his head.
No,
but it's like
it's so cool.
At least he actually looks like in the Rise of the Silver Surfer Fantastic Four movie, Galactus was a big cloud. Why? And in this movie, he actually looks like Galactus, and it's gonna be cool.
It's really good to see him in live action. Well, I guess this wasn't live action, but we're getting to see him for the first time since Fortnite on screen. So that's really cool. And he looks really good. He looks Sorry, I just had a note that said make a joke about Fortnite Galactus. Because he was in Fortnite.
Oh my gosh.
And we flew battle buses into him.
But yeah, for those of you who don't know, Galactus is like he's the most famous, besides maybe Doctor Doom, he's the most famous Fantastic Four villain. Yeah. So it's cool to start with that.
Absolutely.
And we've never really seen a good iteration of him besides like Marvel superheroes Lego in 2013.
Yeah.
He was good in that. But it's cool to actually see him. Galactus is like what is he? It's like a universal being that just goes around and eats planets because he's hungry.
Yeah, he's hungry.
He's hungry. That's pretty much it.
He's not a Celestial, though.
No, he's just kind of like...
He's not one of them.
His own big dude.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of Celestials, now that we mentioned it, quick tangent. I'm excited to see how they address the literal limbs sticking out of planet Earth.
Oh, in Captain America.
Anyway, sorry, I just wanted to say that.
That'll be cool because it's in the trailer. Yeah. Okay, well, back to this.
Anyway, back to this. Galactus, cool. Fantastic Four, cool. It's gonna be a good movie, hopefully.
Yeah. We didn't get a shot of Silver Surfer in this trailer, but Silver Surfer has been cast as, what was it, Julia Garner?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I'll let you handle this.
What are we doing? I don't even really know what else Julia Garner has been in, and I don't care that it's Julia Garner, but like, come on. Silver Surfer is here. Little tangent, little side rant. Why do we keep casting male comic book characters as like female, or the other way around even? Silver Surfer is a really cool character. I mean, I wear a shirt with Silver Surfer on it around sometimes.
It's an awesome shirt.
It's a pretty cool shirt. And like, we haven't seen a good Silver Surfer. Like, he was okay in that other Fantastic Four movie. And like, I was excited to see one that's like actually in like the big universe and be cool. And then they cast it as this random lady. And it's like, what are we doing? And it's like, I would feel the same way if they cast like, if they cast Black Widow as some dude, I'd be like, what are we doing? Like,
yeah.
It just doesn't
work.
It just doesn't make sense. It's like, if you want more cool female characters, then make movies and have characters that are female. There's absolutely plenty. There's plenty of awesome ones in the comics that aren't in like Marvel movies. So, but don't just bring in a really cool male character and be like, Julia Garner. And like, it's the only thing I've seen for this movie that makes me less excited for it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. And it's like, maybe it's just this universe's Silver Surfer is a woman. Okay. Why? And it's like, I mean, I don't know. Even if they're like, okay, there's a different Silver Surfer in this other universe, so it's going to be the main one. Then why are we using this one? I don't know. I don't care.
Right.
Like, it's just like the whole thing, like, with like, if there's like a really small character and you change it and it's like, okay, and it works better, that's cool. But it's like, why are we changing the genders and races of big characters? Yeah. Like, it can work sometimes, like Nick Fury. Nick Fury's a white dude in the comics, if you didn't know that. And then they cast Samuel Jackson, and he's a great character.
Fantastic.
And that's perfect. And it's like, Nick Fury was not a big character at all before the MCU. And if you're like, hey, we're going to do a different spin on this random character that we want to use, and we're going to use Samuel Jackson, awesome. Yeah, but if you're like, hey, this really implemented cool character that a lot of people like, let's make it a random girl.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just doesn't make sense.
Your friend Julia Garner, she starred in the recent hit Wolfman.
Oh.
I don't have a source to call it a hit. I'm more so joking.
I mean, it just looks bad. Yeah.
I don't want to see it, and it doesn't look very good.
Yeah.
So she was in that movie.
That's what we got to play.
That makes you a little more optimistic for Fantastic Four.
Yay. I'm really excited for this movie, but that's like the only thing that I'm like, what are we doing?
Right.
But yeah, I'm excited to see that. I mean, it's a while away.
It is.
It's in July.
It is. It comes out in July. Yeah.
Cool that we finally got a trailer and everything looks great. And it better be good. Are we for like be for real? Like, they've tried to make Fantastic Four movies twice, and they both actually the very first one in like 2005 is not that bad.
Yeah.
But then they made a bad movie after that, and then they ditched the universe, and then they were like, hey, let's try again, and made maybe the worst movie ever. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's awful.
So yeah, this better be good.
I watched Captain America: The Winter Soldier last night with some dudes on the floor.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, like, man, they don't make anything like this anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping that Fantastic Four or Thunderbolts or even Captain America Tomorrow can not like surpass the Winter Soldier, but at least live up to it.
Yeah.
Because it's a fantastic Fantastic Marvel film.
Say that again?
Oh, say that again. I can't keep doing this. It's great. It's really great.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping that at least one of these 3 Marvel films this year cannot surpass it, but live up to it.
We need a Marvel movie that actually like hits like crazy. It's been a while.
Actually,
the only Marvel movie since like Endgame that I've been like huge on and is like top 5 in my opinion is like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Absolutely.
It was so good. But besides that, there's been some good ones, but it's like no movies that's like insane like Winter Soldier or anything like that.
No, nothing like that. I mean, the sequence of like attacking the boat is so epic at the beginning. The boat.
Well, yeah, hopefully some of these movies live up to it and can be really good because we need it in superhero movie genre because there hasn't been much good in a while.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of like recent trailers, before we move on, do you want to just touch on the Super Bowl Thunderbolts trailer?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah. It looks good. It looks good.
It looks really good.
It looks really good. I'm excited. I'm just more excited to see his character. It's just kind of more... John Walker looks really funny and really cool. He might be my favorite in the movie.
He's going to be so awesome.
The main thing we saw a lot more was Sentry, who's actually going to be like the bad guy.
Oh, boy. Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
I have no idea how they're going to beat this guy.
How are they going to beat him?
He's like basically Marvel Superman.
Yeah.
Against a bunch of like street tier gun and punch characters.
I know, it's going to be
I don't know how
insane.
they're going to win. I hope they don't, honestly. I hope there's some kind of other thing.
I think it could possibly set up Doomsday. In a way.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I watched a video on that.
But yeah, Sentry's a cool character. So
really cool character.
We just got more in the trailer. More like kind of moments of character for all our main guys.
Yeah.
And gals.
Yeah.
They look pretty cool. I'm excited for the movie. Taskmaster better die. And yeah, it'll be cool.
They look awesome.
Good trailer.
Yeah. It's gonna be good. With that, since we're on the topic of Marvel, should we move to kind of our big
segment?
Big segment for today. Which we're gonna be doing rankings and trivia for our Marvel bottom 12. This is gonna be a multi-episode rankings segment
because there's 34 Marvel movies.
35. Well, tomorrow.
Oh, 35 tomorrow.
We're going to have to find a way to include Brave New World.
Add that in there. Okay, hopefully it won't be in the bottom 12, and then we'll be fine.
Oh, gosh. Oh, no. What if it does end up in the bottom 12?
Stink.
Oh, no.
But yeah, today we're going to start our Marvel movie ranking. It's going to be a 3-part series. We're going to do today our bottom 12. We're going to start from the bottom and go up. And for each movie, we have each prepared a trivia question for the other.
We have.
And
I hope we don't have any of the same.
We'll try and answer them.
I think you'll get some of mine. Otherwise, I don't know how many you'll get.
Well, yeah, that's how we're gonna do that, and we're gonna keep that going the next couple episodes. Yeah. So, because we're on the topic of Marvel movies, and Marvel is cool, and there's not a bunch of other movies coming out right now. So let's dive into it. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay.
I think we have the same bottom.
I think so. The worst
MCU movie.
The worst MCU movie is Thor: The Dark World.
Absolutely. Mine is also Thor: The Dark World.
There you go.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
The only person I've ever met that likes this movie is my sister Hannah. She's like a big fan of this movie.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, this movie's not good.
Not good.
It's just like Thor's so boring.
Yeah.
Like Thor's not a good character. The villain in this movie is like the worst ever. Like bottom 5, he stinks. Malekith, the dark elf.
Yeah.
No one cares. The plot's not interesting. They managed to make a plot about a literal Infinity Stone not interesting.
Yeah, it's a failure.
Loki's the only good part of the movie. He's like still kind of funny and cool, and then he dies, and then he comes back again.
So I did hear something interesting about Thor: The Dark World. Alan Taylor, the director, I heard got locked out of the editing room by the executives. So he had nothing to do with the editing process. And I think that's why the movie turned out the way it did. Because he said that he didn't even like it.
Well, no
which
one
is
did.
Unfortunate.
I don't know. And this is like an early Marvel movie too. What is it, like one of the first like 10 or so?
Something like that.
And yeah, just stunk it up. This movie's not good. I mean, it's been forever since I've seen this movie.
Yeah, me too. I don't remember
just because it's
lot.
bad. I think Loki's good.
Yeah.
That's about it. I'm glad they changed Thor's character because he was boring. All the random side characters like Jane and everybody's kind of stink in this movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, literally, like the main plot's about an Infinity Stone, and it was super boring. I don't know how you do that.
I don't know. It's crazy.
Well, there you go. So my trivia question for you is, what is the name of the Reality Stone in this movie? Like,
oh gosh,
and how it's like used?
I don't know.
Because it's in a different form.
I have no idea.
You don't know? Oh, okay. It's the Ether.
Yeah, I see. I haven't seen the movie in probably 10 years.
Oh, well,
or
yeah.
something like that.
Well,
no,
it's
not
like,
10 years.
Well,
no,
the Reality Stone in this movie is some of this like weird red sludge, and it like goes inside of Jane.
I would say it's been 6 to 8 years since I've seen the movie.
Yeah, it's bad. But yeah, that's there you
go. Mine is, what country was chosen for to film The Dark World of Svartalheim?
What? Say that again.
What country was chosen to film The Dark World? Say that again. Of Svartalheim.
What is Svartalheim?
That's what it's called.
Is that the elf's place?
Yeah.
Wow, yours are harder than mine. Jeez, I would have known the Ether question.
Oh gosh. I think
New Zealand.
What?
New Zealand.
No, it's Iceland.
Okay.
I've been there. Fun fact.
Heck yeah.
Actually, I think our questions are going to be vastly different now that I've heard your first one.
Yeah, mine was pretty easy, honestly.
Okay. Do you want to start us off with?
No, you go now.
Your 33rd?
33rd.
My 33rd film is Black Widow.
All right.
Not good. Really bad, actually. Yeah. I don't know. What? Do you want me to ask the question?
That's all you're gonna say about it?
I don't have a lot to say. It's bad.
Okay, well, my 33rd is also Black Widow.
Yeah.
It stinks.
It does.
Let's see what I wrote. I wrote boring.
Boring. Yeah.
I said least interesting plot possible for a Black Widow movie. Absolutely. What I mean by that is Black Widow is really cool.
Yeah.
I think this movie does not take away from the character. This movie stinks, but
yeah.
Black Widow is really, really cool. Like I talked about how we need cool female characters. Black Widow is one of them.
Absolutely.
There's so much when they're like, we're making a Black Widow movie and it's gonna be like a prequel. It's like, okay, cool. If they made this movie about like her with S.H.I.E.L.D. and like Hawkeye was a side character, this movie would probably be good.
Oh, absolutely.
They could have gone so many different directions, and instead they were like, I mean, they did like an origin type thing, and it just wasn't interesting.
Nope.
And I also wrote down Taskmaster sucks.
Yes.
This goes perfectly into my rant that I did earlier. Taskmaster is really a cool comic character who can like copy the moves of his opponents. And, like, is really cool. And in this movie, they're like, what if we made this really cool male character into a random girl that we have no attachment to, who also is like brain dead and can't talk.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Really also, least interesting opening credits sequence ever. It's just a remix of a very popular Nirvana song that makes it edgy and cool, I guess.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
not great.
This movie's just not good.
No.
Black Widow as a character is cool. This movie introduces us to like Florence Pugh, which is cool.
That is cool.
As Yelena Belova. Only good thing this movie does, probably.
Okay, hold on.
What?
Red Guardian. He's always cool.
Okay, also Red Guardian's cool.
He's cool.
But they just don't do much in this movie.
Nope.
And they're like, hey, two cool characters. Let's focus on random brain dead girl who stinks as a cool character.
Yeah.
What's your question?
It's kind of related to the last one, actually.
Oh.
Since they could not film in Russia, what country
me?
did they film in instead?
Are you kidding?
I can give you a hint.
Wait, I'm trying to think. Yeah, give me a hint.
It starts with an H.
An H? Hungary.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Like any other countries with H.
Let's go. You got it.
My question. I could say this about most movies in my bottom 12, but I chose to do it for this one. Can you tell me the name of the main villain in this movie?
No.
That's the movie's bad when you can't. It's General Dreykov.
I remember it was like some dude on like I think like the floating thing, right?
Pretty much, yeah. It's just this random dude who like is in charge of brainwashing people.
Yeah. I couldn't have possibly told you that.
Yep,
wow.
So yeah,
you like to do that to me because with the Madam Web questions, you did that to me.
I thought when I was getting the questions for all of these, I could have put that for like all of these movies in the bottom 12.
Probably.
That just shows that they're bad.
Yeah.
Bad villains make bad movies.
Bad villains make bad movies.
All right, so here it's my turn now.
Yeah.
Number 32. I said The Incredible Hulk.
Okay, all right.
I did write down I need to rewatch this movie because it's been forever. I don't remember this movie much. I just remember it being pretty boring. The fight with Abomination is cool, and Abomination in general is pretty cool.
That is cool.
Like Tim Roth's character. It's kind of funny though. He kind of just like the entire movie is like I'm better than the Hulk as a normal dude, and he like goes up to Hulk and just gets like kicked into a tree, and then they turn him into Abomination. But it's like I don't know. I mean, Edward Norton's fine.
Yeah.
And they recast him because like they didn't like him.
Right.
But it's just pretty boring. It's like the second Marvel movie ever, but it's just like I don't know. They didn't know what they're doing yet, and it just wasn't good.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah. So my trivia question for you is, why did Edward Norton get recast as the Hulk?
I don't think I know this one. I might take a stab at it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I can take a stab at it. I actually have no idea.
No guess.
No. Because they didn't like.
Well, the official
portrayal.
thing was like creative differences, but when he like signed on to be Hulk, he was also like, I get to help write it too, and they were like, sure, Edward.
Oh.
And then he would like submit like new screenplays and everything like every day, and would constantly try and like change it, and then he didn't like it and was mad about it and didn't promote the movie and go to all this stuff, and then they were like, all right, see ya.
Dang. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So basically, he wanted to write the movie. Maybe it would have been better if he did.
If he wrote the whole movie himself, maybe it would have been better.
Yeah,
my 32nd film is The Marvels.
Okay. Yeah.
I actually don't remember. I've seen it, but it might have been one where I was like needed something to watch, and so I like sat on my phone the whole time.
I saw it in theaters
or something.
I regret it.
So I'm actually I don't know. I can't talk a lot about it because I don't know. I don't care, and it's not good. And I don't even remember most of it. Like that's how little I cared about it.
Yeah.
And
it just kind of was there. Isn't it like one of the biggest financial flops of all time?
I believe so.
It did awful.
Yeah, it did horrible. So my trivia question for you is, what two films did this surpass to become the shortest Marvel film? There's two.
Your questions stink, I'm gonna be honest.
And they may be two films that we've talked about.
Shortest films?
Yeah.
Black Widow?
No.
Okay. Thor: The Dark World.
That's one.
Have we talked about the other one?
Maybe.
The Incredible Hulk.
Oh!
Okay.
Yeah,
your questions are awful.
Yeah, you want to know where I got my questions? You want to know where I got my questions?
About the movies.
You want to know where I got my questions? IMDb. So my questions don't stink, actually.
Okay. You know where I got my questions?
Where'd you get them?
I thought about them.
Oh, okay.
Because I care about this podcast.
Oh,
yeah.
Whoa,
yeah.
Whoa. That's not an accusation we need to throw around.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. All right, was that your 30?
Hold on here.
Oh, wait, it's your turn.
It is my turn?
Was that your 32nd?
Yeah, that was.
Okay, yeah, you go.
Whoa, hold on. I'm still bent up on that accusation.
I was joking.
I know.
I'm just joking.
He's joking. That's a good show. I like that. I think you should leave this good. What? This is my 31st?
Yeah, 31.
31. Eternals. I was weirdly excited for this.
Yeah.
When it was coming out. I saw the trailer. I was weirdly excited. I bought one of the Lego sets. I was really excited.
Oh wow!
I was gunning for it to be really good, and then I didn't go see it in theaters.
What?
I waited till it came out on streaming, and it was bad.
Yeah.
And then what year did this come out? 21.
I think so.
It's 2025.
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow is the day where we're getting the Celestial limbs.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Addressed. It's been 4 years of Marvel movies, and they're just now addressing it.
Yeah, they had like no idea what to do with that.
Like what? Bad movie. You know who was really cool?
What?
Icarus was really cool.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say that about that movie too.
And that was it. So I'm glad I have the Icarus minifigure in Lego now.
Oh, let's see.
Because he was awesome. But that's about it.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
There's nothing about that movie that I liked. It was so boring.
Mm-hmm.
I was genuinely, this is bad, but Icarus is cool. So
yeah.
That's my favorite part of the movie. So my trivia question, in what other Marvel film have Celestials been mentioned before this one?
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
It's the first one.
No, it's not. Ego is literally a Celestial in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Well, IMDb failed
IMDb
me.
is wrong.
IMDb is wrong. It might be Volume 2.
Okay,
you're
they
right.
probably do mention it in the first one as well.
I would assume so.
So I'm probably wrong there, but they definitely also do in the second one.
It's probably both of them.
It's both.
I don't know. I took it off IMDb.
Because Ego is literally a Celestial.
Yeah.
And there's the scene where he goes, I'm a Celestial, son. Are we for real?
Are we for real?
IMDb stinks.
IMBD? Is it BD or DB?
BD,
I can't remember. It's whatever.
Okay,
fail me with that.
My 31st is the Marvels. I wrote my first point about this movie. I said I couldn't care less about all three of the main characters.
Yep.
I don't. I have next. I have that, Brie Larson is horrible.
Yeah.
And annoying. She's the worst.
Yeah.
Horrible villain. I could have did my question for this one too. Could you? This isn't my trivia question, but could you tell me the name of the villain in this movie?
Nope.
Yeah, neither could I.
I don't even remember.
Neither could I, and I absorb information like this like crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't know that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't remember most of the plot. The only thing I remember, so they had the thing where they when they use their powers, they would switch places.
Yeah.
So that's why they grouped up in the first place. At the end, when they actually figure out how to use that, it's actually kind of cool. When they're fighting the main villain, who I don't know who it is, and they use their powers, and every time they do it, they switch spots, and it's pretty cool. That's the only good part of this movie.
Right.
That's kind of cool. Everything else sucks. Miss Marvel, they made a whole show, and it sucked. And then they were like, let's bring her back. And then the movie sucked. She better be done.
Yeah.
And then Maria Rambeau, whatever she is, Photon, I think is her character's name. She's just annoying. She stinks. And then, most of all, Brie Larson. Everything she's been in is bad. You'll see. Both of her leading movies are going to be in both of our bottom 12s, I assume.
Yeah.
Because they're bad. And mostly because of her. They're like, what if we need to make a super... I can't say that. A super bad, cool character. Super mean and, cool woman character. And then she just is annoying.
Yeah.
They went for this direction of she's super strong and cool and can fend for herself, but it just comes across as super arrogant and cocky and annoying.
Yeah.
And I'm genuinely rooting against her in every movie.
Yeah, they just did it the wrong way, I think. They developed her character incorrectly.
It's just bad.
Yeah.
My question is, what classic X-Men character makes a cameo in the post-credit scene of this movie?
I genuinely don't think I watched the post-credit scene.
Bro. Okay.
I don't
You don't know?
No.
Okay, it was Beast.
Beast.
Yeah.
Beast appearance.
There you go. He showed up. X-Men are coming. I guess it's me again.
Yeah. 30?
Yeah, I'm just going to build off. 30 is Captain Marvel.
Hey, we got the same 30.
I have, once again, I literally written back to my Marvels thing. Underneath Captain Marvel, I have Brie Larson sucks.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk more about it.
Yeah. I think the coolest part of this movie, for me, is there's like a scene where the Quinjet is like flying through like a canyon.
Oh yeah, I know.
And that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah, I wrote okay villain. I actually forget his name as well.
I also forget the villain.
It's Jude Law. So that's pretty cool.
Jude Law.
But even Jude Law couldn't make this character cool.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson is still great in this movie.
Absolutely fantastic.
He's still good.
Oh, yeah.
He's the only good part of this movie. I rewatched this movie not too long ago, and I was like, it's actually not horrible. It's not that bad. But Brie Larson is bad.
Yeah.
But the movie as a whole isn't that bad. We get some cool scenes with Agent Coulson. That's awesome.
Oh, gotta love Agent Coulson.
Agent Coulson's really cool.
Gotta love him.
But yeah, this movie's just not good, mainly because of Brie Larson being the lead. It's not good.
Yeah.
So my trivia question is, what is Captain Marvel's Kree name?
Shoot. Would you have known this?
I would have.
Okay.
All of your questions are not about the movies, but I would know these.
They're about the movies.
Yeah, but they're like, what location was the worst movie ever made?
I don't know what her Kree name was.
Okay, it's a Veers.
Veers. Oh, you know what?
I totally
knew
that.
Anyway. Just wait for this question.
If it's about
which actor
location?
is allergic to cats and because of that had to film their scenes involving Goose with either a puppet or computer-generated VFX?
Oh, that's an interesting question, actually. I don't, know. I mean, is it Samuel L. Jackson?
It is not.
Is it Brie Larson?
It is. It's the most annoying one. She had to make the entire process more difficult with her allergy.
Of course she's like that. I mean, I'm allergic to cats too, but of course.
Of course. See, I have some good questions on here.
That was an interesting question.
Thank you.
All right. You go. 29.
29, Thor Love and Thunder.
Oh, okay.
Gosh, I remember what it was like seeing this in theaters. How can you make a film with Christian Bale as your villain that uninteresting, that silly? You know, when we're in like FVP, film and video production, for those of you who don't know, one of our classes here at Taylor, and our professor Steve, our film professor Steve is telling us like, I don't want you to make things silly. Like, don't make it silly. You know what movie I think about when I think of silly?
I think I can guess.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
That's so real.
Bad and silly and stupid and not interesting, and yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, definitely.
So here's my trivia question.
Mm-hmm.
How many members of Chris Hemsworth's family appear in this film?
I hate these questions. I'm gonna say, his daughter's in it, right?
Yeah, there's more than that.
I'm just gonna say 2.
There's 5 of them.
5? Who are they?
Both his sons, his daughter, and his wife, and there's one other. I can't remember. I think his brother.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know. He's got his whole family in there. His 2 sons play himself, like Thor younger, in the younger stages.
Okay.
So that's actually that's cool a little bit that his kids are getting to do that. But come on, bad movie. All right, give us your, what is this, 29?
29 for me is Eternals. Yeah.
Icarus. He cool.
I wrote down so long. It was so long.
It's really long.
It's like 240 just for this movie to be so boring.
Yeah.
The final fight is pretty cool. The use of powers in this movie is actually pretty cool. They had a cool take on speedster abilities with Makkari. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Icarus is obviously cool. Only like good character.
Yep.
I really liked Icarus, and I really liked Gilgamesh, which is the big Asian guy.
Yeah,
and then he was the only one that died, and I was like, okay, great. He's like, I was like him and Icarus. I was like, oh, they're so cool, and then he's the only one out of all of them that died, and I was like, are we so for real?
I guess they were.
Yeah, it's just, I don't have much to say. It was just way too long and not interesting. Like, I don't know. It was just boring. There's not even like a main villain. It's like the species, and it's just not good. And the fights aren't that cool, but the use of powers is kind of cool. But yeah, not good. My trivia question is, how many of the Eternals can you name? There's 10.
I can name Icarus and Gilgamesh.
That's it?
I don't remember.
I named one in my review I just did.
I know. I low-key don't remember it.
I think I could do all 10. I mean, I have them written down.
I bet you could.
I have them written down in front of me, but yeah. Okay, well, here you go. Icarus, Gilgamesh,
yep.
Makari, I literally said.
Yeah.
Fastos, Circe, Druig, Thena, Sprite, Ajax, and Kingo.
Yeah, I would have gotten none of them.
Yeah. I mean, they're forgettable.
Usually, I mean, when it comes to movies that I really like and enjoy, I remember all that stuff.
Which, yeah, is not this movie.
And it's not Eternals. So, you know what? Yeah.
All right, we might need to pick up the pace. We're running low.
Yeah, we got to pick up the pace
Here we go. 28 for me is Thor: Love and Thunder.
Ah, there it is.
Bad. Too funny and goofy. They really made Ragnarok as like a top 10 MCU movie.
Yep.
They changed Thor's character for the better to be more goofy, but also able to be still really cool at times. And in this movie, they're like full goofy. That's the best way to talk about this movie.
Full goofy.
They just went full humor.
Yeah.
And it was not good.
No.
I did laugh out loud every time with the goats. I'm sorry. It was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were like, Christian Bale as Gore the God Butcher. Cool villain. That's going to be cool. Christian Bale's awesome. And then he also was not good.
Nope.
Because this movie was they're just like, hey, only funny. I was super excited for this movie because Ragnarok was super good and this movie was bad. That's it.
Yep, bad. Okay.
Here we go. Trivia question. And for my trivia question here, we're going to play 2 truths and a lie.
Oh, boy.
With lines from this movie. 2 of these are in the movie. 1 of these is not. Here we go. First line. He's right behind me, isn't he? Second line. Gore, stop. This isn't you. And third line. Eat my hammer. Which one is a lie?
It's got to be Gore, stop. This isn't you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's right behind me, isn't he? Is in the movie.
And so is Eat My Hammer.
Yeah, so is Eat My Hammer.
That's in the movie.
Okay. That might be something Thor could actually say.
No.
It depends on the context.
No, it's not funny.
Okay.
Okay, your turn.
28?
I think so.
Yeah. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to say, like, MODOK. Like, what was that?
Yeah.
What is this? What is this movie?
It was really bad.
Bad. Anyway, this is the first Ant-Man movie not co-written by which actor?
Paul Rudd?
Yep.
That's why it's not good.
That's why it's not.
Well, actually, the other Ant-Man and the Wasp movie's on here for me as well.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, yeah, it's on there for me as well.
Yeah, but
the first
Ant-Man's good, though.
That's good. That's good.
Okay, actually, what's your 27th?
Oh, The Incredible Hulk. It's 27.
Wow, you have a lot higher than I do.
I do. I need to rewatch it because it's been a long time.
Yeah.
So I don't know why. But I did find an interesting fact for my trivia question.
Yeah.
In which other Marvel film was Abomination originally going to return in before he was cut from the film?
Originally? Like Avengers?
Avengers Age of Ultron.
Oh.
He was going to return in.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah, but they cut him, so that is super interesting. But yeah, that's
okay.
We talked about The Incredible Hulk already.
Okay. Yeah, it's bad. My 27 is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. We're like on the same page with all of these.
Pretty much.
I wrote Paul Rudd is great still. He's great.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd is awesome.
Absolutely.
He's still funny.
Never not funny.
His daughter Cassie is not, however, great. She
great.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Can't act at all. Just no acting ability. Get her out.
Yeah.
MODOK is not so random.
And he looks so
he looks. I mean, it's pretty funny, but like he looks awful. Kang is awesome. Kang is so cool to be wasted in this movie, and he gets beat by ants. Kang is like Kang is the type of character in the comics that's like a Thanos kind of level threat.
Yeah.
And they were like originally planning for him to be like a new Saga villain, and then like they put him in this, and then his actor beat up somebody, and they're like, okay, we're done.
Yeah, pretty much.
I did like the random like Quantum Realm characters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like the random dudes that like looked really weird and were really funny.
Yeah, those were cool.
I like that. But this movie is just like not good. No plot.
Nope.
What is the name of the book that Scott writes in this universe?
Crap.
Like about him being an Avenger and everything. It got published in Read the Real World as well.
I don't remember.
It's called Look Out for the Little Guy.
Ah!
Because he's Ant-Man, get it? All right.
Yeah,
we gotta
I get it.
Go quick. Number 26, This is probably my hottest take in my bottom 12.
Oh.
Is Black Panther Wakanda Forever. It's not good. I'm sorry.
That's not a hot take, by the way.
Oh, is that yours too?
It's not, what is this, 26?
Yeah.
It's not my 26, but it is on this list.
I think it's a hot take for both of us.
Probably.
But it's just not good. I don't care about Shuri. She's an interesting character as a side character. I don't care that she's like Black Panther now. Ironheart sucks. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Namor's pretty cool. He's all right.
Yeah.
This is one of the only Marvel movies in theaters I can remember being obviously bored and wanting the movie to end.
Yeah.
I don't think it's even that long, but it felt so long and I just didn't care.
Yeah.
So here we go. What is the name of Namor's underwater kingdom?
I don't know.
Do you have a guess? Do you have a guess of any underwater kingdoms?
Namor's, I don't know, Atlantis?
No. It's Talokan.
Oh my gosh, dude. I wouldn't have gotten that. I don't remember that from the movie. I don't know.
Okay, you go, 26.
My 26 is Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just not good, except for Paul Rudd.
Yeah, Paul Rudd's still good. And his friends. His friends in this movie.
Yeah, I feel like Ghost was cooler in the comics.
Yeah, Ghost is not cool.
And Ghost is not cool in this movie.
Yeah. Hopefully she's cool in Thunderbolts.
I would hope so, because Thunderbolts looks really good. My question is, how long after the release of Ant-Man was this film announced? Because the success of Ant-Man was
right
huge.
after.
It was about 3 months after.
Okay.
So pretty much right after.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, you know? Like, because the success of Ant-Man.
Because Ant-Man's good.
Because Ant-Man's great.
You'll see when we continue to do our rankings.
Absolutely.
Ant-Man's good. What's your 25?
25 is Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Okay. We're on the same page.
The coolest part for me was, like, the fight on, like, their boat thing.
Yeah, that's all right. But then Ironheart comes in, and you're like, oh, okay, I want to close my eyes now. I'm sorry.
Pretty much.
I just hate that character.
And, you know, Namor's cool, I guess. But, yeah, the rest of it, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not good. And so my question is, what... in the film, Namor calls himself a mutant. What title does he hold in the comics?
Inhuman.
No.
Oh, man.
He holds the title The First Mutant, or Marvel's First Mutant.
Oh, I guess. Okay. Because he was created pretty early on, right?
Yeah.
He was like one of the first characters.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, cool. My 25 is Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think most people consider this movie to be like the worst one. Actually.
Out of the three?
Out of like
all
Marvel movies, they think it's like the worst one.
Quantumania is worse, easily.
I think so. This movie, while not being good and having basically no plot, is still funny.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that saves
Paul
it.
Rudd?
The plot is bad. The villains are bad. Yeah, Ghost is like the villain. She's like, wait, I'm just broken. I'm a good guy. And then there's this random other guy after like the lab, and we don't care about him, even though it's Walton Goggins, but he's not a good villain in this movie. But yeah, just Paul Rudd's good. It's funny. His friends are still in it, you know, his like jail buddy friends, and they're funny. Yeah. They're good. Them not being in the Quantumania was bad. But yeah, it's not great, but it's still funny, so I have it higher than most people.
Yeah.
So what's the name of the detective after Ant-Man because he breaks like house arrest?
You know, I thought I'd know that, but I don't.
It's Jimmy Woo. Jimmy Woo. I love Jimmy Woo. Okay. 24. We're running out of time here. 24, I have Iron Man 2. That might be a hot take, actually. I don't think Iron Man 2 is good. It's the worst Iron Man movie.
That's not a hot take, but I don't agree with it.
Tony Stark is still perfect. It's good. Justin Hammer is actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
Whiplash is just not a good villain.
No.
It just doesn't have a great plot, and it's definitely the weakest Iron Man movie, while still being pretty good. I think from here on out, these movies are still pretty good. My question is, what F1 track is in Iron Man 2? He goes and takes the car. It's pretty cool.
Is it? It's in. I want to say it's in France.
No.
Oh.
It's in Monaco.
You know what?
Shout out F1. I'm obsessed with F1. I'm wearing an F1 jacket right now.
He is wearing that. what is this?
24.
24 is Iron Man 3. I think it's the worst Iron Man movie.
Wrong. I'm just kidding.
I think it's I don't know. I think it's the worst Iron Man movie, and I haven't seen it in a while, so I might need to rewatch it to reassess.
It's pretty good.
That's where I'm at right now.
All right, I respect that.
And so my trivia question is: this was the first Iron Man film not directed by which director?
Jon Favreau.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that, actually. Who is the director?
It is Jon Favreau.
Wait, what?
Oh, not of Iron Man 3. Sorry. I misheard you. I don't know who the director is.
Okay, well.
But they didn't do very good.
No, it's okay. This movie's fine.
Okay,
that's like our first disagreement of the entire list.
That is our first disagreement of the entire rankings.
Right, what is your 23rd? And
mine's Spider-Man Far From Home. Which, okay, hold on. I see your face.
That low?
Hold on. I see your face. I need to rewatch it because I think it's better than I remember.
I have it like decently low, but not bottom 12.
Hold on. Let me rephrase it.
12 worst?
I think I need to rewatch it.
Yeah, you do.
Because I'm pretty sure it's better than I remember.
It's still good. It's way better than any of these movies we've talked about.
I think it's better than I remember, but for now, that's where it is.
Okay. Yeah, you need to rewatch that one. And Iron Man 3, because those are both do not deserve to be bottom 12.
As of now, I think they do. But Spider-Man Far From Home, I'm going to make a note to rewatch. Iron Man 3, if I get to it, I get to it.
Yeah, Far From Home's better.
But I will rewatch Far From Home before next week's episode.
I think Far From Home is definitely the weakest of the Spider-Man trilogy, Tom Holland's trilogy, but it's definitely not bottom 12.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm going to make a note to rewatch it before next week. But here's my question.
Yeah.
This question you're going to hate.
Oh, yay.
But this one is so on purpose.
All right. What is it?
What country was the Netherlands tulip field scene filmed in?
It's not going to be Netherlands. Is it like Italy?
It is not.
Where is it?
It is the United Kingdom, and it is not the Netherlands.
That's funny though.
See, that one was on purpose for that reason.
That's funny. All right. Okay, and my last. So this is what I consider the 12th worst MCU movie. Our last ranking.
Yeah.
I have Thor.
Really?
Thor 1.
Interesting.
I don't. It's kind of like Thor: The Dark World, but just a little better. Because Thor is still boring.
Yeah.
Because as much as they ruined it with Thor: Love and Thunder, the character change up was absolutely needed that they did in Ragnarok. Because Thor is boring in this movie.
Right.
And the tone is just so boring. Asgard is cool. Seeing that. This is the first not on Earth Marvel movie. It's Asgard is really cool. There's really cool side characters like Heimdall.
Yeah.
And the Warriors 3 and Sif and everybody. It's cool.
Right.
And Loki's in this movie. It's cool. It's like his origin and everything. I like all that stuff. All the stuff on Earth is just not that interesting. The plot just isn't really. I mean, I like the stuff about him getting Samurai back. I'm thinking, this movie's good. It's not bad. This is obviously the best out of the ones that I've talked about. It's pretty good. I think Iron Man 2 and this are actually good movies. But yeah, just a little boring. I might need to rewatch this one too. But the stuff on Earth is just not that good.
Right.
And I don't like the tone and how serious it is.
Yeah.
But here's my final trivia question is, what are the names of the Warriors 3? Which are big side characters in this movie.
Dude, I haven't seen this movie in a long time. I don't remember.
Okay, it's Fandral, Hogan, and Volstagg.
Oh, there's no world where I would have
I wish you asked me these type of questions. I would know these.
Yeah, okay. I'll keep that in mind for next episode. But since we went over today...
We did go over, I just realized.
We need to wrap up here. But this was a good episode.
It was.
A fantastic one, some might say.
Let us know if you liked our Marvel ranking. We'll keep it going.
Yeah, or roast us on.
We keep talking about bad movies. Soon we'll be on to good movies.
Yeah, we've talked about bad movies for
we've talked about bad movies a lot.
We
need to have some more positive movies. We'll get there soon.
Well, we talked about Sicario and the Hateful
Hopefully,
Eight
we'll talk about Captain America being a good movie next week.
I really hope so. Getting to talk about that as a good movie would be
really hope so.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, with that, we are almost 5 minutes over, so we're gonna have to sign off, I guess. Or
Thanks for listening, guys.
Here. Thank you for listening.
Go check out 2 Tickets Please on Instagram.
Go check out 2 Tickets Please on Instagram. Give us a follow. Yeah.
Give us a comment of what you wanna see on the next episode.
Yeah. Give us a comment. And a quick shout out, actually, we got a segment idea that we might be including next week from my good friend Isaiah.
Oh, okay. What is it?
It's going to be called the film terminology, and we're going to pick a or like a film term and define it. Maybe.
Interesting.
It was his idea. So
okay, we'll see.
Thanks, Isaiah. We didn't include it this week because we had to plan for last week, which got flipped to this week.
Yeah, my bad. I got COVID.
It's okay. But yeah, thanks for listening.
Yeah, come back next week.
Check out 2 Tickets Please anywhere you listen to podcasts, and well, this was live, but yeah, thanks for listening.
See ya.
Bye.